I'm done with school. Yes, thank you.
For families that are struggling every day, a housing trust fund. And we had a rather ambitious goal inside, a dream that certainly scared me. If we could raise $20 million in voluntary contributions, we believed we could leverage $200 million in private development and initially assist 4,800 families in our valley to buy that first home, to get into an affordable rental home, or for the most needy in our valley, homeless shelter and transitional housing. It was an ambitious goal, and I'm standing before you to say we did not achieve it. Rather than 20 million to leverage 200 million and help 4,800, 13 years later, the reality is we've raised 45 million.
Woohoo!
We've leveraged 1.9 billion, and we've helped more than 10,000 families in this high-cost valley to secure a home. And I remember sharing with our members at the very beginning our dream to try this. And a member of a company, not at the executive level, but at a management level, in front of all of our CEOs, said, Carl, you're leading us down a path that will be the biggest disaster in the history of the Silicon Valley Leadership Group. To which I immediately thought, wait a minute, what were the other disasters that you're referring to? But it wasn't a disaster. It was a dream with a goal and a plan that has led to success to help others. The second lesson that I'd like to share is success is not given, it is earned. You have earned your degree tonight. No one gave it to you.
I gave it to you. That's good. Did you feel that
I've
at all?
been pleasure for 10 years
My
to
dad
have
went
on
like
my
this.
board of directors
Oh, no, I
Gordon
didn't
Moore,
feel it.
the co-founder of a little company called Intel. And Gordon shared with me his early days here in the Valley as an engineer at a company famously known as Fairchild Semiconductor, led by a CEO at that time in the 50s and early 60s named William Shaky,
Then they're gonna
who was so difficult to work for
kind of like Justin and them.
that 8 of his top engineers, including Gordon Moore and Bob Noyce and others, broke away. They called themselves the Fair Children. He called them the Traitorous 8. They took a risk on success, not given but earned, and established the largest, most successful semiconductor company in the world's history. It was a risk with a big reward that they were willing to take. The third lesson I'd like to share on leadership is simple. Breathe. It's not a bad day. If you're having a bad day, it doesn't mean it's a bad life. Let me tell you about my day today. After being with the Carters early this morning, I had to drive to Modesto as Vice Chair of the California Transportation Commission. And I was eager to race back here in the afternoon to join you this evening. And as I got onto Highway 99, I noticed that my car sounded kind of funny. And I broke down on Highway 99 on the side of the freeway. Has anyone ever had that happen? When you're on the shoulder and the cars are going by you at 75 miles an hour, shaking my little black Prius from side to side, hoping there isn't some 16-year-old on a cell phone, not paying attention, and making my kids orphans. Well, an hour later, waiting for the tow truck, he did what he thought he did to fix it and sent me on my way. And a mile later, it broke down again. You're probably too young to remember a TV show called MacGyver. But I searched in the back of my car. I found a ribbon from a medal from the Silicon Valley Rock and Roll Half Marathon this last weekend. I stripped off the ribbon. I tied a few things together, gave it a little spin, hoped for the best, drove 130 miles back here, turned the car into the mechanic, went and rented a car, and made it here on time tonight.
Woo!
But we're not having a pity party, we're having a graduation party.
I like this pearl.
So let me tell you about a really bad day. And it's not mine. As Elmo mentioned, I'm sorry, President Frazier mentioned, my wife and I compete in Ironman distance triathlons. Someone that we follow is a gentleman from Belgium named Mark Harriman. Familiar with the Ironman, and the World Championships in Hawaii is this Saturday. It's a 2.4-mile swim, followed by a 112-mile bike race, followed by a 26.2-mile marathon, 140.6 miles, all within a single day. In the heat and humidity of the big island of Hawaii, where it's usually 100% humidity, and the ground temperature is usually 115 to 120 degrees. Well, Mark Harriman's at 24 from Belgium. In his first World Championships in 2001, finished 4th. Phenomenal start. And then he had a bad day. His bad day was on the island of Lanzarote in Spain, where he flipped off his bike and landed on some rocks. An inch to one side, he would have been fine. An inch to the other, he would have died. But where he landed left him paralyzed for life. Breaking down on Highway 99 is not a bad thing. Breaking your back on a remote island is a bad thing. Graduates, you determine your destiny when you have a bad day. Mark Harriman's determined his. He was told he would never walk again, and he probably won't. But that didn't mean he couldn't rise again. 3 months later, he was out of the hospital bed 9 months ahead of schedule. That year, as a wheelchair athlete, he tried to go back to Hawaii to compete in his wheelchair. Sickness and infection prevented that goal. It took him 3 more years, and he did become what he had dreamed to be in the wheelchair division, the Hawaii Ironman World Championship. So remember, breathe. It's just a bad day, not a bad life. The 4th lesson on leadership that I'm still trying to learn, and we'll come across this in business as well as personally. Please, don't ever make yourself taller by making the other first person feel smaller. One of my favorite CEOs and mentors is the CEO of Synopsys, the largest electronic design automation company in the world, named Art DeGius. And Art has a rule. In every interaction, no matter how difficult, his goal is to leave the other person feeling an inch taller. Imagine if we all lived that way. The real measure of a man and a woman, I believe, is when we help those who can do nothing for us. And that's the last lesson that I'd like to share. It's something my wife and I have tried to do here in our community that President Fraser mentioned. 9 years ago, we turned on the radio, 2004, Thanksgiving morning, flipped it on to KCBS, and they were talking about 20,000 people downtown walking and running to help the homeless. But here's the kicker. They weren't talking about San Jose or Silicon Valley. They were talking about Sacramento, half our size, a tenth of our wealth, helping their homeless by walking and running for the needy. I turned to my wife and said, Leslie, somebody ought to do that here. And she gave me that famous Leslie look that said, fella, maybe it's you. So a year later, never having directed a race in our lives, we created the Applied Materials Silicon Valley Turkey Trot and wondered if anyone would even show up. Well, 1,900 people did. 8 years later, last year, we became the largest Thanksgiving Day run in the United States.
We're gonna do it. Gonna do it with me? We can train together.
With 24,244 participants. And as I like to tell my wife, yeah, we're the biggest in the United States, but since Thanksgiving is really an American tradition, we're the biggest in the galaxy. Our goal this year on Thanksgiving morning is 28,000 people, which will bring our 9-year total to 5 million to our Second Harvest Food Bank, our Children's Health Initiative, and our Housing Trust in Santa Clara County, so that we in turn can bless others less fortunate than ourselves on a day of thanks in our country.
I think I'm gonna do it.
Graduates,
I'm gonna do a lot of runs
you are leaders.
coming up because I'm gonna do run or die.
In situations both personal and professional, people will be looking to you and at you. How we conduct ourselves will allow us to shine long hats, a day of caps and gowns. I'd like to give you a final homework assignment. Tonight is absolutely about you and what you have achieved, often through adversity. And we celebrate you. Many of you will be getting gifts from friends and family and loved ones tonight. Here's your homework assignment. What is your gift back to them? Those people who have helped you and supported you along the way.
What's my gift, Brent? What's my gift?
Think about how you bless them in return as you lead to them. And you'll be the leaders that you've been prepared for here at Field College. Thank you.
I like your speech.
Carl Gardino, I like you.
I like you.
At this point, I want to invite one of our two graduate speakers, Ms. Desiree Andres.
Yes. Need something?
Ow.
Good evening, fellow graduates, Heald faculty, family, and friends. My name is Desiree Collier, and I'm truly honored to stand here before you upon the commencement of our graduation. I would like to respond to Mr. Gold's speech and share why I am enrolled at Heald College. When I enrolled here at Heald into the paralegal program, the economy was in recession, I had 2 children to raise, and a 9th grade education. I wanted to get a degree to be able to compete in this job market. I didn't know it at the time, but I was about to go through a life-altering experience. Just like anything in life that is worth having, It didn't come easy. Nothing could have prepared me for what was ahead. Everything from transportation issues, money problems, sick children, and the loss of my grandmother and father gave me a million reasons to give up. But I refused to go back to where I came from. For every reason I could have given up, there was one big reason to continue moving forward. And that is right here and right now, our graduation. I am not alone. Many of you have come from adversity and different situations with one common goal, the hope of a brighter future. Each and every one of you has had challenges you had to overcome. Your being here tonight is a testament to your strength and determination to achieve your goals. You have what it takes to make it in the real world and succeed. For all of you that have children or may have children one day, know this, your sacrifices just paid off because your earning potential just doubled. For those of you that are the first to graduate from college in your family, you will not be the last.
That's you.
According to a recent study that was published in the Huffington Post,
No, my mom's telling me.
children are 5 times more likely to graduate from college if their parents did.
You're the second one.
You
Oops, I turned
have
flash on.
just increased the chances that your children will graduate from college by 500%.
Can you hold it really quick? I dropped something. Hold it up.
You have created a solid foundation to build a concrete future for the generation that follows you. As I look around this auditorium, I see many things. I see those who will make a difference, those who will succeed. I see the faces of the future. For those of you who may not believe that you can live the impossible dream, think again. This graduation is not the end of the road for us. It is the first of many accomplishments to come. In closing, I would like to thank all the parents and family in this room who are here tonight to support your sons and daughters, family members, and spouses. It is your support that helped each of these graduates to succeed and be able to be here today. I'd also like to thank my sister Jessica, who's been there through thick and thin, my sons Joseph and Silas, who are my inspiration, my aunt, who is my mentor and a true example of strength, and a special thanks to my mother, who's always been there to pick up the pieces when everything was falling apart. I'm truly grateful for all your support and your unconditional love and loyalty. Being a mother is a lifetime occupation. I learned that by watching you. Thank you.
Thank you, Desiree. That was very, very inspirational. Our next graduate speaker, June Narciso.
Sounds like Snake. So it's like an accent. Not English or Jamaican.
You sound very inspiring.
Huh?
You sound very inspiring.
No. Thank you. It was very, very inspiring.
Thank you for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. And before anything else, I would like to say congratulations to the Hill College class of 2013. My name is June Narciso. I'm an electronics technology major, public relations officer of Phi Theta Kappa Beta Sigma Iota chapter, and also electronics tutor in the Library and Learning Resource Center. I am grateful and honored to be given this opportunity to speak, and I would like to give my special thanks to the people who became my second family, who supported me and never gave up on me. The staff of the LRC, the Information Technology department, and to the instructors who shared their knowledge and consistently demonstrated the ideals you would expect and demands from others. Fellow graduates, families, friends, and staff of Hill College, I would like to share with you all a famous quote that inspired and kept me motivated. Nikola Tesla, inventor of the electricity, once said, let the future tell the truth and evaluate each one according to his work and accomplishment. The present is theirs, the future, for which I really work, is mine. Each and every one of us is best at what we do, and we do it well. One won't know their true potential are if they are afraid to try. Being one of the many students at Hill College whose English is a second language, had struggled because of a language barrier.
I'm pulling the skin out of your face.
Some of us will walk on this stage tonight, had difficulties communicating, facing other people. We have also experienced being bullied, have been turned down many times, and been made fun of because of wrong pronunciation. There are times I feel frightened when expressing my thoughts in front of many people, even on the stage now, for example.
Tap my dad.
But I did not let this hold me back. Instead, I used these challenges to motivate me to become better. Beyond my wildest dreams, I would have never imagined becoming one of the tutors at Hill College, officer of an honor society, Pi Theta Kappa, and speaking at graduation. I have struggled to overcome difficulties in life that almost made me give up. Now, I do not fear making mistakes, because that made me who I am and what I am today. Class of 2013, never give up and always have self-confidence. Do not let anyone hold us down, because we have accomplished the greatest achievement in life, our education. A Greek philosopher named Aristotle once said, "The man who fears the right things for the right motives, in the right way, at the right time, and feels confident is brave." Graduates, everyone that will step on this stage tonight should be proud. I want you to all walk with your pride and keep your head up. For this is our time to shine. It is now our time to make a difference. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give a round of applause to our fellow graduates, the magnificent faculty and staff of Hill College, and to everyone who supported us throughout our educational journey, because without these people, chances are we wouldn't be here today.
Dude, I can see Brent. He's straight in front.
Congratulations, the Hill College of 2013, and more power to you all.
Oh, the special awards here first.
I want the other one.
Jing Tatum. Brent Zolezzi.
Did you take a picture? Thank you to my friends and family.
Wow.
Assisting art.
Yeah.
Graduates,
Oh, you grabbed it for me.
by
You're so
the
nice.
power vested in me, audience.
Wait, lift it up.
I'll start over. Graduates, by the power vested in me by the President and Board of Trustees of Hill College,
So professional.
it is my sincere pleasure to bestow upon each of you the degree or diploma you have earned, along with all its privileges, rights, and responsibilities. Graduates, please remain standing. It is traditional for higher education institutions to officially signify the conferral of degrees with the switching of the castle from right
I don't think they're gonna do
to
that.
left.
Most graduations don't do it anymore. Woo! Go, Brent! Brenda, he promised me that after he's done being graduate, now we have to take a serious
Audience,
math project.
faculty and staff, distinguished guests, and our graduates. On the count of 3,
See, I told you they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
please switch
Oh,
the
just
tassel
switch the tassel.
from right to left to become an official Hill College graduate. Audience, please count down with me.
Ready?
3,
2.
1.
Now throw your hand in the air, like you just don't care.
Congratulations to the class of 2013. You are now official Hill College graduates. Congratulations.
See, I told you they would do it.
And that signifies the end of our ceremony. Thank you all for attending.